Hi. Just waiting a moment to get confirmation that Bill can see me and everything's good. I'm getting that thumbs up. Hi, Sonia. Thanks for joining this evening. So my desk is a little bit of a mess today. Oh, thank you, Bill, for the extra light. That's what I was missing. Oh, tonight we're going to be looking at Turtle and Friends. Hi, Crystal. So I just thought this set was so cute when I saw it in the new catalog, and I love anything to do with punches. I think they're adorable. I like to look up on Pinterest all kinds of things you can do with punch art to turn this into something else. I mean, it could be a mountain, it could be a mushroom if you cut the legs off and move it. So, I mean, there's just all kinds of possibilities to do with punches. So I just love them. Hi, Tasia. I'm glad you joined us tonight. So we're going to make two different cards tonight. This is the first one. They're both pretty simple cards. So I'm going to bring in, we're working with Soft Succulent, and my card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So it opens sideways. And then the next piece is just a plain piece of Soft Succulent, but then what I did is I wanted to give it some texture, so I ran it through the Bark 3D embossing folder to give that background a little bit of texture. And I gotta find my tutorial to remember that size. Isn't that awful? So this is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I've wrapped a piece of the Soft Succulent ribbon around it for now. And I do have some dimensionals on there. You can see I waste none of the dimensionals. So we'll get to that in a minute. And then I have 4 1.5 inch basic white squares that we're going to design. And I will tell you, I belong to a group. My upline and Stampin' Up, her name is Lynn, and once a month we have a fun meeting where we get together and she gives us sizes and dimensions to cut. She'll say white, colored cardstock, you can use ribbon or twine, and this was one of the mysteries. And then she'll tell you, okay, well, emboss this piece and put it together. So this was what my design was. Everybody else, they all looked completely different. So you can cut these same dimensions out and put them together a totally different way for a different look. But this was my interpretation. So on one of these squares with Evening Evergreen in the top one, I am going to stamp It's Time to Celebrate. I just love that play on words. Hi, Barb. Okay. And then I'm going to take the two little turtles. They are just adorable. And I'm going to do their outlines in Evening Evergreen. I felt like stamping tonight. Sometimes I have some things stamped before I go live because you never know what happens if it's going to work or not, but we're good. And then I'm going to open up my Soft Succulent for a moment here. I'm going to do the texture on their shells in Soft Succulent. Let's see. So I just got to get my head in here a little bit. Here we go. These are just so cute to play with. And one looks so bashful, the little eyes closed. I don't know if you can see that. And then for those that don't know, if you know sign language, this is turtle. Okay, so down on the bottom, the reason I switched over to Soft Succulent is I want to take some of these hearts and put them on in Soft Succulent behind my wording, and you can stamp them off, right? Or we can do them full, just to give it a little bit of, let me try to get that one. Okay, I'm going to put the Soft Succulent away. And now I'm going to bring in Forever Friends, and I'm going to go back to the Evening Evergreen. There we go. You know what? I think you can see that well enough. So I think Bill is going to post in the chat this evening. We do have an alternating schedule for the rest of the summer on when we'll do Facebook Lives. I did post it on the Facebook page, and then Bill will also send it out in the newsletter. He will be sending the dates we will be going live. We just have so much going on. Next week we will not be here. We're getting ready to go camping and have a nice weekend, but then when we get back, it's actually my daughter's birthday, and we're going to be celebrating that with Tasia instead of doing a Facebook Live. So now I am also going to pop these up. So I'm putting my dimensionals on them, and then I'm laying them on the card to see how I want to arrange them. So another thing exciting happens tomorrow. It's July 1st already, which I cannot believe. Hi, Deborah. And with that, there's a sale coming. Select DSP Designer Series paper that we just love and probably have way too much of is going on sale 15% off for the month of July. So Bill did create a hostess code, and it's here. All right, so we're going to look at these and see, where do we want these at? Oh, these little things are slippery. So I think that one I want right there. Take these off. And I will tell you, last weekend we had the June stamp camp where the bundle was the Forever Friends. I hope I have that name right. I really do. And we made cards here. Someone got the kit in the mail, but they came out beautiful. I need to get those posted, some pictures.
Wasn't Forever Friends.
What's it called? Bill tells me it wasn't Forever Friends. It's Friendship
something.
Isn't that awful? We don't remember the name, and we just made all of those stamps with it. I tell you, I'm terrible. I should be more prepared, right? Bill, they're in the front pocket over there. So, Deborah, do you remember what the name of those were? Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining us. All right. So there we go. Those are all in there. And it's okay if they hang over because this card was a lot smaller than my front since we cut it that smaller size. So now we'll go ahead and we'll put this on.
You're too efficient.
I don't know if you can hear Bill. He's looking for the stamp set that we did the stamp camp on. I should remember this. And he's telling me I'm too efficient because everything's put away. Well, you see my messy craft desk on these evenings that we're here. Usually I do clean up. Ah, Flowers of Friendship. Thank you, Deb. She came to my rescue. All right, and then I did tie a bow with the same ribbon. And I'm going to attach this with the glue dot. And I'm just going to put it on the side here. And then I will trim off some of the excess that's hanging over. Let's go this way. There we go. And then I am going to bring in some in color jewels. And I'm going to bring in these Evening Evergreen. And just put a couple of these on here. Just stick them right under the ribbon there. Oh, not seeing too straight. There we go. And there's our first card. So it's not too bad once you get everything cut out and have it ready. You know what? I do the same thing when I quilt. I cut everything out, make myself kits, and then stamp. So there we go. That's the first one. I left it blank inside. I figure it can just be a note card that I can send to a friend. The other one we're going to make is a birthday card. And I just think, I don't know, this little guy's so cute. That little eye. And I decided to make this one a fella and put a bow tie on him. So this is the one we're going to do next. Again, pretty simple. So my card base again is that 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to do this one landscape mode. So let's go ahead and do the inside first because I haven't done that. So I'm going to stamp on the inside, "You are turtly loved." And I'm going to stamp that in Evening Evergreen, still sticking with this green theme to match the turtles. Let's test this one out there. Oh. All right, I'm just going to stick it right what looks like the center. I like the font on this one too. I'm going to bring back in those hearts since it says "you're turtly loved." And I'm going to use this soft succulent again and just put a couple little hearts around that. All right. And we are going to put this on the inside of our card. Let's get this straight. There we go. All right, inside's done. Let me move those out of the way. Now for the front, we're doing pretty basic. I cut 2 pieces of Pale Papaya at 1 3/4 by 5. And then I decided they needed some texture. And I really like these new folders. They are a twin pack of embossing folders, the Thank You and Hello. And so what I did is I ran this through the Hello folder. And when I put my first piece in, you'll see there's a big hello in here. Hi, Kathy. I put the first one in so that the hello was at the bottom. And when I put my second one in, I put it so it was at the top. You could put them in here any way you want to. That way, when I glue these down, I'll put the one with the hello at the top of my page, and then the one with the hello at the bottom, so you see it in both places with my other piece in front. So we're going to go ahead and getting a lot of glue out of this bottle. Line those up, just sort of center them and leave a space in the middle. There we go. I really like the in colors this year. So then I also pulled in some DSP from the Pattern Party. This is that Hostess set of paper that I really like. If you have a party or you place an order over 150, you can get this one as a Hostess gift. I think it's like $18 with retails about $30 for all the papers. And so I picked this piece, and it is cut at 2.5 by 2 1/4. Reminded me of turtles, so that's why I picked this one. And we're just going to glue this down. Just set it there towards the left. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. All right, let's hope that dries clear. Slid it right off. Okay. All right, now for the piece that I'm going to mount the turtle on. I cut this at 2.5 by 3 1/4, and then I angled the corners just to give it a little dimension there. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put with the little squiggly stamp or little E's, I guess, like on Hostess cupcakes. Do they still put those on Hostess cupcakes? Hi, Sharon. So we're just going to decorate the back, sort of look like party streamers here. And I'm putting it above where my sentiment's going to go. So get some on the edge here. Oh, I think I missed a spot right there. Okay. So I thought they looked like party streamers. And then we're going to do happy birthday below here in that evening evergreen. Right at the bottom. A little crooked, but it will do. See, that's why you don't stamp in, let me try it again. It's white on white. Let me bring this in. Maybe that'll help me to see better where I'm stamping. Ah, yeah, that's better. We'll just redo our little party streamers. Just put a few of those on here. That's why there's two sides to paper, right? Okay. So now we're going to stamp our turtle on a piece of scratch paper. Scratch paper, scrap paper. Okay, I knew where my lid was. There it is. So again, I'm going to stamp the outline in the evening evergreen. He is just so adorable. And then we're going to stamp his shell in the soft succulent. You know, I wonder which came first when Stampin' Up! Was doing the designs, the turtle or the in colors, because they just go together so well. All right, so there's our little guy. We are going to just put him in the punch. Punch him out. There he goes. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals. There we go. I have to look for them. Let me grab a little dimensional for his feet. Here we go. All right, we're going to pop him right in the center. Oh, that's so sweet. And then I did earlier, I did stamp a little bow tie because I thought this gentleman needed a little bow tie. And I started fussy cutting him out. He's not part of the punch, but it's a pretty easy bow tie to fussy cut out. And then I'm going to put a glue dot. I'm going to scrunch the glue dot in half if I can to hide it behind the bow tie. And then just, he's all dressed up and ready to party. Look at that. And then we're going to put some more dimensionals on here and pop this up on the front of our card. Yep. Now the other thing I did with this one, I decided to add, since it was a birthday, to also do the envelope. So we're just going to pop this right in. There we go. And he's so cute. I know I keep saying that, but I just think he's so adorable. So for the envelope, I cut a piece of that same DSP that I used on the front, and I cut it 2 1/4 by 6. We're just going to take the flap of the envelope and we'll apply some glue. Whoop. Oh, too much. And then this just fits right on here. I want to put it up. And then just sort of grab the right scissors and trim off the excess. There we go. And then again, because I just can't get enough of these turtles, I am going to take the 2 little guys again, bring back in my Evening Evergreen, stamp them on the back, and then I'll bring in the soft succulent. Gotta have their shells. And then also in this set is a little bit of grass. And I thought they could use a little bit of grass under their feet. So there we go, there's the envelope. So those were my cards this evening using this cute set. You will be seeing me do cards with these again in the future because I just really, really like this set. And I want to try some different things with it, see what else I can come up with. But for tonight, these are the 2 cards we made. I hope you enjoyed them. Remember, if you subscribe to my newsletter, thank you. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks, Kathy. I appreciate that. If you subscribe to my newsletter, tomorrow when Bill mails that out, it'll come with a tutorial for these cards, so you will have that. He'll also have a list for you of the days that I will be live the remaining of the summer, because we got to have some fun in there too. So thank you so much for joining me. I always appreciate when you take time out of your day to join me while I craft and do what I love. So thank you. I hope to see you in 2 weeks right back here in the same place. Thanks. Bye-bye.